Tamara here, nice of you to join me, and a very warm welcome to my channel. It's lovely to have you here with me today. This is going to be part one of the Little House box and album project that I recently did a project share for, and this is going to be the making up of the kit. Now these kits are available in tamaramortoncrafts.com, so if you'd like to buy them, all the grey board already pre-cut, then head over there. I will put a link down here somewhere. So this is what you would get in this particular kit. So I've done this one so that you can see. It will come in a lovely white box as well, but I didn't want to make the white box up because obviously I'm going to use it. So if you've opted for the foundation tape, you'll get the foundation tape. You'll get all of the metal embellishments that you need to make the kit up. That comes in this little pot here and this bag. You'll also get the 10 magnets that I used in the project, and your pre-cut grey board as well, already pre-cut and ready to go. And everything is named, is so that labelled, should I say, not named, labelled, so that you know which is which part. And then this bit here is the downloadable PDF guide that you just click on, or you just scan the PR code, and that will take you to the downloadable cutting guide. So if you wanted to cut everything out ready, you could do. So if you haven't seen the project yet, this is a quick overview. So this is the project that I've done. I've used the Robot Adventure papers from Craft O'Clock to make this one, and I loved it. I really did. It was such a fun album project to make. But if you want to see the actual full project share, then I'll put a link up in that corner there, and then you could go ahead and have a look at that. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, and like and comment, and if possible hit that notification bell as well. All that means is that every time I upload new content, you'll get a little ping into your emails to tell you that I have uploaded, and you will be one of the first to know. So starting with the grey board. Now I will just say that because this is laser cut, you will get a little bit of a soot residue that's on the sides. Now I do try and wipe off as much as I can, but sometimes you may get a few bits that have just lingered. So if you just get yourself either a tea towel or a lint-free cloth, something like that, or some kitchen towel, just wipe them off like so, and some of it will come off, but I do try, as I say, to wipe most of it off. But if you just try that just before you start to put your pattern paper and things on, because you don't want it to transfer, although it does wipe off. So opening it up, so your kit, everything is labelled so that it's easy for you to put it in the right orders. So let's start. So you will get a left and a right. This is for your roof. You'll get 2 triangle pieces for your roof as well. So that's part of your roof. You'll also get 2 roof lid lip pieces, and so 2 short pieces and 2 long pieces. They're also for your lid. Then for your base of the box, you'll get your base, your album base, sorry, your box base. You'll also get your cutout for your front to create the window, but if you don't want to have the window in, you can put this extra piece in, and you could just attach it with some of your foundation tape along the sides on both front and the back. That then will keep that piece in. You'll have to get the back piece and then your two side pieces for your box. You'll also then get your spine and your two covers for your album as well. The other thing that you'll get are two pieces of acetate as well. Now, the thick piece is for your outer cover, so it would be for your window on your box, and the thinner piece is for your photo frame inside the albums. You've got one that's a 6x4 and then two smaller ones which I think 3x3, and that's for the thinner piece. You'll get that included as well in your kit. You'll also get your foundation tape as well if you've chose that option. We're going to start with the roof with the lid. I'll get that off like so. Now I've painted the inside of mine, but you can do if you want to paper piece. I just bear in mind that you don't want too much along these sides because of it going on and off of your box. So that's why I've kind of painted it and then just use the foundation tape just to cover the brad holes. Okay, we're going to start by putting our roof together now. Now, how I do that, you'll need some glue and your two triangular roof pieces and the left and the right piece of your roof as well. So it doesn't matter which one you start with, but we're going to place it, so we're going to stick them onto this triangular piece first. So you will need your glue just along that edge like so, and then we can stick that down. Okay, now level it up with the bottom corner. Okay, so where your bottom corner is down here, make sure that it is level. Okay, like so. Now what I should have done is just added a bit of foundation tape along the bottom like so, so that we can stick it, it can keep it together like so. So that's one. Okay, that will stick. Now coming in with your second, and now this one you'll need to put your glue along the top edge of your left piece and of the bottom piece of your triangular piece. Okay, so I'm going to do that there, and then this here. Okay, and then make sure we get it the right way. Now just turn that over. Okay, that's stuck it there. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of tape on the bottom there, just to keep that together. And that keeps that in line. There we are, so that's that one side done. Okay, so now we just need to put this bit on, and then this one is easy because it's just going to slot in to that gap there. So you just need to put your glue along your two edges of your triangle like so. And slot it in. Sorry you can't really see this, but all it is doing is I'm just pushing it into that shape, and then that should stick in. So I'm just going to add a little bit of tape just on that side there, just to help it, to keep it in position. I'll do the same on this one, and then I'll turn it round so that you've got the force of the, there we go, like so. There we go. We are going to put double-sided our foundation tape along there as well to keep it in position. Mine's come off of here, so just add a little bit more. It probably doesn't help because I'm pulling it and poking it every which way. So I'm just pushing it down so that it is flat. There we go. And then I'm going to put that to the side and leave to dry for a moment. Okay, once it's dried, we need to just finish the top off with our foundation tape. And we will then stick on the roof lid lip, which is the box part here, which is like extends the roof so that it can fit onto the box. So I'm just going to stick this over here like so. Get my scissors. So just cut them off. Then I'm just going to push it over onto one side and then do the other side. So then you create like a fold in the tape. So just cut down that fold on either side, and then you can just wrap that over and then wrap that over, and then that just tidies that up on that side there. Do the same here. Just push it over and again, and then just push, just tidies that up. Don't worry, this is going to be filled in as well, so it will look a bit neater. So that's then near enough done on that bit. So onto the long sides. Now we're going to do the long sides first, and then we're going to do the short. So how I did that was, again, some more tape, just cut some off like so, and then I'm going to just stick this on half of the tape and half off like so, and then bring your roof, before we bring the roof on, let me just add a bead of glue just along that edge there of that long piece, and then stick this on, butt it up to that tape. Make sure that you've got it level on both sides here. So I don't want to bring that up because I don't want that to come off. So I'm just going to just snip in to where that join is. Get my scissors in like so, then bring that around, and then underneath, and then this bit can just come over onto the inside bit, so like so. So that's what it looks like on the outside. Okay, and do the same with this side. So snip in, bring the top piece round like so, and then underneath and up, and then this piece which is left can just go straight across and onto that join like so. So that's that piece fitted on there nicely. Now we can also put some glue along, some tape along there. Now what I am going to do is just take off my labels here. What I should have done is put this on the outside, because they will be covered on the outside, but they do come off pretty easy anyway. They are finger removable tape, so you shouldn't, they should just come off anyway. And then I'll just do these as well. Okay, so I will put some foundation tape on there in a moment, but we'll put the next one on. So I'm going to put that on the outside, the label. Just take a bit over and put your long piece half on, half off the tape. Glue along this edge like so. And then just put it on so that you haven't got a gap between the long piece and your roof. Okay. Then again, just snip into your tape to create like a fishtail, and then we can push that over and then up like so. So that is it there, and then bring this round and fix it onto that join. Okay, do the same with this side. Okay, so come over and oh, don't do what I did, be a bit too boisterous with it. Okay. But there we are. Okay, so then that's those two sides on, like so. So next we need to just put the short pieces on, and they are just going to fit over the top of those long pieces. Now make sure that they are level along the bottom edge here. Don't worry so much about this at the top, because that will be covered with our foundation tape, so if you've got any gapping you're not going to see that. So again, put your glue on. I'm going to put the glue onto the sides there, and then onto the bottom of this piece, the short piece. Okay, make sure that you've got your label facing outwards. Okay, push that on like so. Make sure that they're level. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to put a bit of tape just around those edges, just to keep it in place. Okay, there we are. And then I'll do the next one, and then what I'll do is we'll cover those bits in just a moment. Okay, this on the outside again. So glue onto the ends of the long pieces of grey board, and then onto the bottom of one of the long pieces of the short piece, and then level them up, make sure that they're nice and level. They are. Okay, just put my glue, my tape on. Probably got a bit too much on there. Just take that off. and then that's one lid near enough done. So all we have to do now is we've just got to edge everything in our tape, and I'm going to leave these pieces on that I've used as like little anchors, because it will strengthen it. So I'm going to start with going around these edges here, so round the triangle top bit. So you can do it actually where you go, let's do it that way. So if I'm going to start here and I'll go around, so I've actually put this onto one side, so I don't know if you can see that there. So I've put it onto one side, and then I'm just going to go all the way around the bottom, and then up the top, and then join up where we started, like so. And then just round the corners, so round this corner here and here, just push it over. So this is the front, so just pushing that bit over, and then when you get to this part on the inside, we just need to push that bit over as well. But just you might need to just do a little slit, like a diagonal cut into that piece here, just there. You can see I've just done a diagonal cut, and then that way that will allow that to fold over. So fold those tiny little pieces back in, like so. And then you've got another corner here, so I'm going to snip in, just take a triangular piece out, like that much. If you can see there, I've taken that out. And again on the other side, just into that corner, because all that's going to do is help that tape to sit flush. So you can either take it out or leave it in. That's left that bit in, so we'll fold that over. And then you'll also need to do that on the apex of the roof as well. So just either pull that out or stick it down. There we go, like so. This one doesn't want to play ball. There we go. So then you can just go along and just burnish this tape down. There we are, one, two, three, and then last one, four, like so. So then that is one side done. So all you need now to do is this side, and then we've got these small bits to do just around there, but those we will do in a moment. So start again. Now, if you end up with a few creases in your tape, just get a bone folder or your Teflon tool and just work them out. Okay, so that near enough is our box done. Now I will cover the inside as well, and just round those edges just to help strengthen them edges even more. But first we just need to cover these shorter edges along here. So let me just miter those. So what I've done is I've mitered the corners that are going into the box, and that way we're keeping that corners a bit nice, a bit more sharper. Okay, so that's one edge. Next one. So what I've done is I've kept it the same length, so it's not over being, I've not gone round the corner, so I've just kept it the same. But that one is about, there we are, and then push that down like so. So that then is all of our edges done, apart from these corners here, so not these corners, these edges here where we've got the join. So again, it's just a small piece, and all it is, it's just going to cover up that join. Now you can go around the onto the front and the back if you want, if you have cut it like I have, a bit too much. That way it's going to be secure. I may not have done a enough piece there, but it seems to work. That's good. Yeah. So that then is covered that, and then you wouldn't know that that was a join in there. So do the same on this side. This one I'm going to give a little bit bigger. Like so. Push that round. What you can also do is just go round all the edges and just straighten them up. So what I'm doing is just getting that tape stuck onto that grey board, and it's going to give you a sharper finish along those edges. Just be careful when you use this, you don't want to go through your tape. Okay, so that then is the lid done, apart from the inside. So to do the inside, again, just by eye the measurement, and I'm going to do the long side first. I'm going to do the long side first, and what I'm going to do is just take off a corner like that, because then this corner is going to fit up against this part of your grey board. Okay, again, just by eye it, and then you've fitted it in. I don't know if you can see that there. I am going to paint this, so I'm not going to worry too much. Okay, the next thing after you've covered those sides inside is just to do the corners on the inside. So how you do that, I've done the other three, so I left this one out, is just take a piece of your foundation tape and fold it so that the sticky side is facing upwards. So you create yourself a fold in the tape. Can you see that there? Let me move it over a little bit. So you create that fold. Now just make sure you've got a nice straight top. Keep burnishing, well, just keep folding that over so that you've got a crease. And we're just going to put that crease into that fold of your, of the corner of your grey board, and just burnish that down when you've got it right. It takes a couple of times, but once you get it, you get it. So push it in quick as you can, not as quick as you can, as carefully as you can, like so. I think that's in. There we are. No. The others went on brilliantly. It's always the way, isn't it? The last one One on camera is always the worst. There we go, I've got it. So I've got a little bit too much there, so just take that excess bit off, stick it on your stick off pile. Can you see I've got my little sticky pile here, and cut down that crease, and then you can push these over onto the other side like so. And then now for the actual base of the box. So you need to get your back piece, your base, the front piece, and your two sides. Now if you're going to leave that as your window, then that's fine. If you want to have that as a full front, you'll need your inner the inner window piece. Now if you're going to put that in, you'll need to then just use your foundation tape, and you'll need to tape up the joins. So you'll need to tape all 4 joins on the front and the back, and then when you pattern paper it will be full front. But I'm going to have mine taken out. I like the look of the window in the box, so I'm going to leave that out. So let's get on with putting it together. So you'll need your base bit first of all. You'll need your glue. Now the glue, we're going to glue the front and the back together first of all. So how I do it is I always butt these up to the base bit of your box, so they don't sit on top of the box, on top of the base. They sit at the side. Now the reason being is that then you've got more, you've got that full measurement inside your box, rather than having it cut down by a few millimeters. So that's why I always put it on the the side of the box, rather than on the side of the base, rather than on the top. So you'll need to put your your glue, and that's going to go along this edge. And I didn't put, there we go, my lid on. So I'm going to turn it this way, because I'm going to have my label on the outside, because that way it's not going to show when I paint, because I'm going to paint this rather than paper it. I probably will paper the inside back, but the sides, no, I actually did the sides. So the bottom, what I'll probably do is put some black cardstock on the bottom, paper the back inside and the sides inside, but the front I will just paint. Now what I will do is I'm just going to add a little bit of the tape, again just as an anchor point on this, just to get it stuck, so just help it stick together. Now, what I didn't mention is, which I should have done. Now, make sure that the top part of your front is the deepest part of the grey board, because I've made it that way because when the lid goes on, it kind of goes down. So it's actually measured to fit, so that you've got a 1 inch gap all the way round, so it just looks a bit more aesthetically pleasing than having it where there's hardly anything at the top. So when I take that off like so, you can see that it's near enough, well it is the same distance all the way around. You can see there. So now let's put the back on, and again I might take this off like so. You don't need to, you can leave them on, just put them on to the back. So let me take that out of there and get my glue, and again I just dot mine on my glue and then just wipe it down like so, and then make sure you've got it the right way, and then turn this round, put this side in, that side in, that way. Just getting that equal so this is level. Okay, when you're happy, just put some of your tape on just to hold it in place. There we go. So that is the front, and the back's on. Although that, I wasn't happy with that, it wasn't level. These things happen. So let me just get my glue again. It's just, that's better. It's level now. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'm going to put the sides. Now the sides just sit on top of this rectangle here. Now these are measured or just that little bit bigger to be able to do that. So glue goes on all three sides. Now just spread the glue out so that you've got glue on all of the sides, and then we'll just need to have a little bit of a jostle around just to get it exactly how we want it. Just add a little bit of tape just to tape them together. Bring this round. There, I think I've got it. Just add some tape. I'm going to put this tape along the bottom there. There we go. You might just have to just stretch it out just now, just to get the corners in correctly. There we go. Push that down. And then I'll just add a bit of tape just on this side here, just to keep them locked together. Okay, then you can do the other side. Again, just your glue along that edge. There we are. Get your next side piece. And again, just rest it on the top. Now if you need to just push bits out just to get it in the right position. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that to set. The last thing that we have to do with our box is we need to just tape the edges so that they are all in black. So I'm going to start with going around the square first of all. So I'm going to start on the bottom and to the side so that you haven't got the join right in the middle. So then just go round like we did on the lid. Okay, cut that little bit off and just join them up. Okay. And then do what we did on the lid as well. We just need to cut into the corners on all 4 corners. And then you will need to do the one inside as well. I'm just going to fold down these edges onto the front like so, and we'll do that lid bit, sorry, the top bit here in just a moment. Okay, just smooth them out. Okay, do this side. I'm going to in this corner here, I'm just going to mitre that edge, and I'll do the same with the bottom. I'm just going to mitre them bottom corners there, like so, and push it down. Okay, so that's one bit done, and then in these ones again, cut it at a bit of an angle so that you've got quite a big triangle, this part here, and do it on this side as well, because then that can fit down that side like so, and again on that bit. Okay, smooth them down. So again, do the same with the back. All we've got now is just around the 2 short sides on the top and the bottom, and then also around the edge of your window. So I'll do one because all the short sides will be the same. So I'm going to put the tape onto the top edge of your grey board like so. Don't worry if it's not equal, but I will get it equal on, well, not equal, I will get it level with one side. And then once you're happy, just trim that down and then mitre them corners, and then you can just push that down. Mitre that one and that one, and then push it down, and then that is your one side done. And then go ahead and do that on all the others. To do the inside of the window. Now you're not going to get them in the corners, so I will show you a little trick. So just by eye it so that you've got roughly the correct length, and then we're going to put our tape on the edge so that it's sitting halfway between the front and the inside of your box. And I'm just going to cut off that bit, okay, and then just fold that down like so, and then fold it over and then pinch down. Okay. And do that with all of your sides. So I'm going to do the top side first. So with this part, what we need to do is just take yourself a square of tape and just tape that around onto those corners like so. Now I've got a load of tape here, so I'm just going to tape that in. Now if you get some where you can see the grey board through, just take your just take your permanent marker and just colour that bit in. That's a bit big, just chop that down a bit more. There we are. And then that is your box covered completely. I'm just double checking. Then that's our box. So our lid goes on the top, and then that is our box part done of our project. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Your homework will be to paint in your black. You'll need to paint all inside and paint your corners, so paint all these edges around here and inside as well. I would do that before we obviously put the acetate on. So yes, just paint all around your edges inside, and that way when we paper up to it, it will be all nice and black. You won't see any of the grey board underneath. So that was really quick actually. That's quite, although it looks a really complicated project, once you get started, it is quite an easy project to do. So thanks again for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed part 1 and the construction of the box. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give me a comment and a like. Love to read everybody's comments, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way every time I upload new content you will get a ping into your email. Come and follow me on all the socials. I will put a QR code up there somewhere that you can scan with your mobile device, and that will take you to a site called Linktree with all my links are on there as well. Come and join our Facebook group, Memories Paper Art. It is a really friendly group. It is for everybody and their craft, so it's not just your projects that you make with my projects, it's any projects that you make, any crafting as well, so please come and join that. So on that note, I'm going to try and pick the papers that I'm going to use for this project, and let me tell you, behind me I have got piles and piles of paper that I'm trying to think about what to use. Wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing, please have the most fabulousy day, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye!